Hello, Miss Gideon here, going to help you with Unit 3, Lesson 2, and the quiz. Let me get that line moved over there, space there. Okay, so this is an example. It's not the same problem as you have, but it is one that is very much like it. So the problem says, write the rule for the sequence. So if I look at 3 to 8, I'm asking myself, can I add a number to that, subtract a number to that, multiply a number to that, divide a number to that to get what makes sense to me? And to me, I realize that if I add 5 here, right, plus 5, 3 plus 5 will give me 8. Well, let me see if that works the same for 8 to 13. If I add 5 to 8, 8 plus 5, is that 13? Yes. Well, hopefully it works again. 13 plus 5, is that 18? Yes. So this would really start at the number 3 if I had to write the rule. Start at 3. There should be an at in between there. At 3. Then add 5 repeatedly. I don't like the way that they word it. Well, I didn't do repeatedly right. Repeatedly. Anyway, repeatedly. So start at 3, then add 5. That's what you're looking for. So look at the rule. Try to figure out what's going on example 1 for you. Pause this video until you're done with question 1. Question 2, it also asks you to write a rule for the sequence. So I'm looking at 4 to 12. Let's see. I know that I could add, let's see, 4, 5, 8. Let me see if I go 12. If I add 12 to 8, is that 36? Nope, that's 20. So that rule didn't work. So I'm going to try again. Notice it's okay to try something and it not work. Just rewind, start over. So how can 4 go to 12? Adding didn't work. I know it's not subtraction or division. What about times 3? 4 times 3 is 12. That's good. What about if I do 12 times 3? 12 times 3 is 36. That's true. What if I do 36 times 3? Well, 36 times 3, 1 is 108. So that's true. So the rule, I would start at the number 4, and I would multiply the number 3, and I would put repeatedly. Repeatedly. Okay, you look at number 2, find out what works for that particular example on your test. Again, these are not the actual examples. You got to find them on your quiz. All right, when you're ready for example number 3, we are asked to find the next 3 terms of the sequence. So that means I need to know what the rule is first. So I'm going to look and I'm going to see 2 to 6. Well, I'm going to say 2 times 3 is 6. Is 6 times 3 10? Nope. So it's not multiplication. So I'm going to start over. It's okay to start over. Multiplication didn't work. What if I add 4? 2 plus 4 is 6. Yes. Is 6 plus 4 10? Yes. Is 10 plus 4 14? Yes. So that means now I got to take 14 and add 4 to it. 14 plus 4 is 18. Then I add 4 to 18. 18 plus 4 is 22. And then I add 4 to 22, which is 26. So the next 3 terms, 18, 22, and 26. Hopefully this is making sense. Answer number 3, pause the video. When you're done, go on to number 4. Example for number 4. Determine whether the sequence is arithmetic. Remember, that's addition or the difference. Geometric, which is multiplication, but we also are looking at the ratio or division to find that out. Both or neither. So is it arithmetic, geometric, both, or none of them? So I'm looking at my numbers here, and I have no idea how 375 goes to 75. I have no clue. Okay, I don't know this one. So what if I start at this side? What if I start at my 3 and go to 15? Well, I do know some things about that. I could add, what is that? 12 is 12 plus 15, 75? Nope. So I'm going to start at 3 again, and I'm going to start over. 3 goes to 15. I can actually multiply it by 5. 3 times 5 is 15, yes. Is 15 times 5 75? 5 is 20. Yep, 75. Yes. Is 75 times 5 375? Let's see, that's 25. Carry the 2, 35, 36. Yep. So this is actually, because it's multiplication, remember geometric multiplication, I am really either dividing by 5 if I'm going left to right, or multiplying by the ratio 1/5. So I know that it works because I went backwards when I multiplied. So I know it's geometric. Arithmetic didn't work. So the answer is simply geometric. Pause your video, do number 4 and number 5. Now I changed this problem up, so if it doesn't make sense, just go with it. It's very similar to your number 5. Your multiplayer gamer friends group is conducting an experiment about geometric sequences. Don't you always talk about geometric sequences in your gaming sessions? All right, anyway, beginning at the top of the list, they're going to take their total inventory and divide it in half, or divide it by 2. Then they ask the person on the list to do the same. The next person. So I'm going to divide it by 2. I'm going to ask the next person to divide it by 2, so on and so forth. What portion of the inventory will the 7th person get? I think I left out one key factor, so give me 1 second to make something up real quick here, so I can help you out. Give me 1 second. Oh my goodness, I'm talking too fast. All right, so does it give you a beginning number? First person. Oh, so they do one whole. So let's do, so on your number 5, you're taking the number 1 and you're dividing it by 2, giving it to the next person. On mine, let's say that I start with 500 things in my inventory. So this is player 1. I'm going to make a little table. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So those are my players. And my rule is dividing the number by 2. So I take 500 and divide it by 2. And because we can use calculators, I'm going to save us a little bit of time. And I'm going to do, as soon as it comes up, 500 divided by 2. So that's 250. So then on my problem here, this is going to be 250. So now player number 2 takes 250 and they divide 250 by 2. So 1 time, 2 times, so that's 4, 10, 125. 125. All right, now player 3 takes 125 and divides it by 2. This is an odd number, so I'm going to use the calculator on this one. 125 divided by 2, and that gives me 62.5. So this is 62.5. Then player 4 takes 62.5 and divides it by 2. And what I also want to remind you of is the fraction key. So they may use the fraction bar for you. So then I take the answer 62.5 and I divide it by 2, and I get 31.25. So I'm just repeating the pattern over and over. 31.25. Then I take that and I divide it by 2. So 31.25 divided by 2. Whoops, wrong button. Wrong button. I'm cracking myself up. All right, so 32.25 divided by 2 is 15.625. So 15.625. And guess what? I'm going to divide that by 2 now. So I divide that by 2. And I'm going to get either the fraction 125 over 16 or 781.25. 7.8125. So you're actually just doing this like the table I did. Do that to complete number 5, and you will have it made. So you're going to the 7th person on number 5 as well. Number 6, it's asking you to fill in the missing numbers in the table. So the first thing I know, I'm looking at in the feet. So I'm missing a blank with the 0, a number with the 3, and a number with the 5. So how you do this is you look at the bottom numbers. How does 15 go to 30? Well, that's plus 15. I'm not sure how I go to 60, but what if I add 15 here? That would be 30 plus 15 is 45. If I add 15 to 45, does that give me 60? Yes. Okay, so I'm on the right track. Same thing you're going to do for this problem. And then I'm going to add 15 to 60, giving me 75. So how can I find this first one? How can I find that first box? Well, I can go the other way, and I can either subtract 15, which gives me 0, or try to figure out what could I add, what number can I add 15 to get 15. So this is how you figure out the missing blanks there. Look at what you have, find the pattern, and then fill in. It's the same thing, it's just using a table format. And then the final question is similar to this. This is a short answer. Short answer. Don't copy and paste from Brainly or wherever you're doing it at. You guys are getting the same exact answers sometimes, and you can't exactly say the same thing as another student does unless you're copying and pasting. But anyway, Abodi states that 4, 6, 10, 12, 15, 17, 33 must either be an arithmetic or a geometric sequence. Is Abodi correct? Well, then let me look at those numbers. Let me get rid of here. So I'm going to look at these numbers. How does 4 go to 6? That's plus 2. And that's actually plus 4. 10 plus 2 is plus 2. 12 plus 3. And this is plus 2. And so this is not an arithmetic sequence. It's arithmetic sequence. It's not the constant numbers. You don't have a set pattern. So it's not arithmetic because you're not adding a number. Okay, so that's your explanation. You can't add a number. What about geometric? Well, I don't know how to 4 times what will give you 6. Well, 6 divided by 4. Whoops, 6 divided by 4. That's 1. That's 4. 2, 6. No, it's just not making sense. Geometric, I can't really times it by a set ratio or divide it by a certain number. So it's neither. So it is neither, and I would say something like, it is neither because you cannot add, there is no addition sequence or geometric sequence or pattern to this problem. So you should get an A+ on this quiz. Good luck. You guys got it.